Guess what? Knitters like to knit scarves. I'm going to put my light on. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah. Hi and welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm here with Knitting Natter to help you learn to knit the easy way. Someone asked me recently, how many times do they think I've said that? Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm here with Knitting Natter to help you learn to knit the easy way. I actually have no idea, because how many times do I say it for each recording? You see, that's another question. I started saying that little phrase not long after I started making videos, actually, because it just made sense to me. I want to support you in knitting so that knitting feels easy. And in some ways, I know I had to unlearn my knitting so that I could then make it easy for myself. No matter where you are in your knitting journey, it can feel tough, it can feel difficult. I wanted to make it easier for you. You have grasped hold of that and you have taken it for your own. And I'm so thrilled about that because you've helped me grow this community in so many beautiful ways. This wouldn't be here without you. That's what we're talking about today. It's 5 years of Knit with Hannah. I bought the domain, I put the website up within a couple of days. That was at the end of February in 2017. And I started filming. That was all I knew. That's all I wanted to do, was film knitting tutorials. So that was it, straight from the outset. And we knitted on YouTube for the first time March 22nd. That's when I uploaded my first video. And that was, do I knit or do I purl now? That was a very specific question that someone had asked me in a knitting group. And it really stuck with me because it was the first time that I was able to notice that I knew a good deal about knitting, and she'd picked me out as an expert to ask me. She hadn't gone to anyone else. She said, Hannah, help me with this. And it just, in some ways, it just gave me that little bit of belief that I could do something more with my knitting. And I'm so pleased that I have, because like I said, you've rallied around me and you're there for me. So I couldn't be more grateful. Let us talk about the last 5 years of Knit with Hannah. So let me just give you some statistics first. I know some of you might be stats junkies. We have had, let me get my notepad, I'm ready. We've had 10,000 shares of the videos that are on YouTube, and that is from about 300 videos. It's coming up for 300 pretty much very soon. You've watched 131,000 hours of video just on the Knit with Hannah channel. That blows me away. I don't know how many years that is. Someone will be able to work it out, but that's a lot. 131,000 hours of video. And you have watched 2.3 million videos. That is, you have viewed a video. You've chosen to view. And of those 2.3 million views, 1.3 million of those were in the last year. Wow, that's really astounding. I know some of you want to know how many subscribers I have, because they're 28,000 now. Way! When I got to 25,000, I thought, and I told you I want to do a giveaway. So it's kind of combined within this, and it's all mushed together because it's 5 years, 25k, and we're now at 28,000 subscribers, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. 28,000 of you are out there going, I want to knit. There's so many other knitters on YouTube as well. It's a great place for knitting. The subscribers, this is quite interesting. In the first year, I was really a novice. I had no idea how YouTube worked. I hadn't used Instagram or anything else, so I had no idea about hashtags or tagging or keywords or anything like that. I just put a title on my video, put a few words in the description and said, there you go, do you fancy a video? And I just hoped and prayed for the best. And some of you said, yeah, I'm in. And we had 10 subscribers in the first year. By December 31st, that was 10 subscribers. So that's from March 22nd to December 31st. The end of the first year, I thought, I've got to do something. So I really started digging in. I learned every single thing I could about YouTube. And that's when I said, I'm going to have 300 by the end of this year. 2018, that had grown to 314 subscribers by December 31st, 2018. By the end of 2019, we had 2.7 thousand subscribers. By the end of the next year, I thought, I want 10,000. 10,000 is, in some ways, it's a bit like having 10,000 subscribers used to be on Instagram. It unlocks things for you inside YouTube. You get a lot more support from the YouTube support system. So I can just chat with someone and ask them about how I do technical stuff inside the YouTube background of running a channel, and they'll be there for me almost immediately with answers. So just that sort of thing that unlocks at 10,000, I wanted that as soon as possible, and I set myself that goal. And I was really surprised by the end of 2020, I had 12.7 thousand subscribers. So I made it. I was absolutely thrilled with that. And that meant that you were saying, yes, we're in. To me, that felt like a real support system. It was you holding on to me with a hug and saying, we're in as well. Especially with 2020 being such a difficult year that it was. We're not numbers. We are not defined by the numbers. But it does really help to let YouTube find the knitters who need and want the videos that I'm producing. And that means that the community grows bigger and we all support each other as knitters. Because knitting is a lifetime. You don't knit for 3 days, you knit for a lifetime. So I'm absolutely thrilled that you are in with me for this. Yes, you are. And now, March 2022, we have 28,000. It feels absolutely amazing to have you here in the community with me as well. Let me continue with my little ramble through the last 5 years. We've done knit-alongs. In 2017, we did 2 knit-alongs. We did a plain version of this. 2017, we also knitted this baby hat. That pattern is still available, and it's also available as a course if you want the videos that I released as we were knitting this. Then go and have a look. You'll be able to find them in the academy. So we knitted that baby hat as well. And then we didn't do knit-alongs for a couple of years. I was focusing on giving you the courses that actually help you knit, rather than the knit-alongs that are there. Like I said, we do knit-alongs over a month or a few weeks, and then it's gone. So courses can help you for much, much longer, and help you support yourself as well. So perhaps you don't have to come and look for help as much as you used to. Last year we did the shower scrubby in the summer. We also did the baby blanket, and the baby blanket kit this time last year we were knitting this. And then of course with the leftovers we knit the stripy hat. Something else that's happening for the 5th time this year. We started this in 2018, we've done it in 18, 19, 20, 21, and we're doing it this year as well. You've guessed it, it is the yarn declutter. I realised that I was starting to just sort my yarn out early in spring in 2018, and I thought this would be great for a group, wouldn't it? So I just created it. 4 weeks, we declutter everything to do with our knitting. It is the yarn declutter, and that's where you can focus if you like. But I do give you support on decluttering other bits and pieces in your knitting as well. We've had so many people in the yarn declutter every year. It's been a great way to just build a community again, have a chat, share things. I do hope you'll be able to join us for that as well this year. I'll leave the link actually in the description. We're not starting yet, but you can get the first couple of instructions, and you can just think about that over the next few weeks, and then we get started on April the 1st. Also, I just wanted to highlight some videos. Those videos that might have just skipped your notice in the last 5 years. In 2017 there of course was knitting bag essentials. That was me for the very first time going through my knitting kit and saying, these are the tools that I keep in my knitting bag. From 2018, it's something that you requested from me, in the fact that you were asking it in the comments. Why does my knitting curl at the edges? And this is a big question that a lot of knitters have, and it's kind of thing that's asked in Reddit groups. I just knitted a few samples and showed you why they did or didn't curl at the edges, and how you can prevent it if you're struggling with it. Big thanks for asking me that question in the first place. 2019, I did a few videos about scarves. Not really sure why, but guess what? Knitters like to knit scarves. And since I was a child, I've been adding fringe and tassels to things. Don't ask me why, but I've always known how. I don't know, Mum just kind of said, oh yeah, we do it like this, so I did it like that. It meant that it just gave us something else to do, and it was a little bit of focus, a little bit of mathematics as well. We were adding up how many pieces of yarn we needed for the fringe, etc, etc, etc. So it was good fun. 2020, this was just the occasional glimpse of you asking me this, and I thought, if I don't do it on a video soon, I'm going to get annoyed with people asking me this. So I just did it. Why is my knitting too tight? Lots of different reasons why those things happen, and I just wanted to share with you all of the reasons that I'd found why certain things were happening in very similar ways for me over the years. I'm so pleased that it's been able to help you so much as knitters, and again, find it easier. That's what we want, isn't it? It's going, well, I can't knit because it's far too tight, I can't be bothered. And if you just have those little solutions, then knitting feels so much easier, and knitting feels so much more of a pleasure. 2021, I've chosen this because it was a great question from Louise. I hate this yarn. And it was this dilemma. Do I carry on knitting or not? And I've had that dilemma myself. I've been in that situation myself, and it was such a grind on my guilt consciousness that I thought I have to answer this question. So go and watch that if you've got that in a work in progress sat there on your needles at the moment and you are getting really annoyed with it. So I hope you've enjoyed this little ramble through 5 years of Knit with Hannah. Next we have to look at the giveaway, because we are having a giveaway. It's 5 years of Knit with Hannah. Let's just look at this, shall we? We have 2 new toolkits going up in the shop this week. So this is the beginner's toolkit, knitter's sewing needles. We have notebooks, because keeping track of where you are, these kind of notebooks can be really, really helpful. I keep one in my knitting tool bag actually. This is the kind of thing that will go in my bag when I'm going out to look for knitting supplies. I know we all use our phones for this kind of thing now, but I love a piece of paper. I can't help myself. And we have these brand new in the shop, Knit Pro retractable measuring tapes. And they're 150 centimetres. They're going to last a very long time. These are wooden, so they're lovely. You can also get them in circular. Next Step Knitters Toolkit is the 4 different sizes of cable needles. That's all you're going to need for the rest of your knitting life. Super chunky, easily fits around that. Ideal, and that can be for sock yarn. You've got all 4 sizes there, you're settled. Stitch holders, anything that has different parts that you put together, such as jumpers, cardigans, even knitted toys, that kind of thing. Really, really useful. I've got 5 or 6 of them, but 3 will get you started. And stitch markers, you're going to have both packs in the giveaway, and this is what you'll also get in the toolkit as well. That is the new toolkits, and both of those toolkits will go to the giveaway winner. Also, the giveaway winner will get the Confident Knitter, the Masterful Knitter, and Hat Knitting Bootcamp. Hat Knitting Bootcamp is one of the courses that I made in the very first year of Knit with Hannah. So that's the giveaway: Confident Knitter, the Masterful Knitter, Hat Knitting Bootcamp, the Beginner's Knitting Toolkit, and the Next Step Knitters Toolkit as well. And of course, the link for the giveaway is below. Do go and sign up for that. 5 years of Knit with Hannah. Thank you so much for making this what it is. I wouldn't be here without you. If I still had 10 subscribers, I really do not think I would be going. You kept me going. And thank you for all the lovely comments that you leave in my videos. And I am just so thrilled that you're part of this. Next week we are doing questions. You've sent me some questions about the first 5 years of Knit with Hannah, and I'm going to answer them. I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Happy knitting.